Hey guys, welcome back to Nerd Impact for this week's review of Chapter 15 of The Mandalorian, The Believer. So Nick, coming off of such a big, spectacular episode, how'd you feel about this one?
I was blown away by the latest reveal because I wasn't expecting it so soon.
As always, this is a spoiler review. So
yes, spoilers ahead.
So yeah, lots of spoilers. We're gonna spoil the whole episode. So go watch it and come back. 3, 2, 1. All right, Nick, commence with the spoilers.
Okay, so I was not expecting to see Pedro Pascal, seeing his face in the show so soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've seen it once before in season 1, in the last episode.
I mean, like him revealing his face.
Mm-hmm. Oh, to another person.
Yes. So Din travels to this planet after recruiting Mayfeld, and they need to get access on a terminal to get the coordinates to Moff Gideon.
Yeah, an Imperial Security Bureau terminal.
Yep. Now Mayfeld can't go to the terminal because there's a officer in there that he used to serve under, and he doesn't want to attempt or risk being caught. So Din says he'll go in, and he's in there, and he's in his stormtrooper disguise, and goes up to the terminal. And I was thinking at the moment, okay, stormtrooper disguise, this isn't going to work out. So Din goes to the terminal, and I'm not thinking the stormtrooper disguise is going to work. And then it tells him that it needs facial recognition. And then at that point, I'm like about ready to lose my shit because I wasn't expecting this. And then he goes ahead and takes off his helmet. And needless to say, I had to check my pants afterwards because I was really not expecting that.
Now, see, what I didn't understand is they're trying to get these coordinates without anybody knowing. But so I took it as the facial scan. If it's a security protocol, wouldn't you think they would have to be a current registered officer of the ISB? Of the ISB.
Yeah, wouldn't they update their database?
Yeah, and Din's never been a stormtrooper.
No.
So why would it grant him access scanning his face?
No idea.
It still would have been a jump for them to say that that Miggs Mayfeld, that he would still have access, but it would have made more sense than Din being able to access the location of like one of the top officers of the freaking Imperial Empire.
Yeah. No, that.
So
apparently the Empire isn't very well secured digitally.
Yeah. So if I'm going to rag on this episode for one thing, it's going to be that little logic gap, which I don't even think is really a little logic gap. I think it was kind of a big oversight, but yeah, moving on. So yeah, we have the superior officer Val Hess approaches them and kind of just congratulates them and invites them for a drink to honor the way they were able to defeat the pirates. They were trying to destroy the Nick, what's that energy source called?
The Rhinodium.
The Rhinodium, yeah.
Yeah.
And basically this officer is very smug and is just kind of belittling the lives that were lost um, in honor of the Empire, and Miggs just reaches a point that he's not going to take it anymore and kills him.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about that is earlier he's saying how like everybody's the same, you're all raised with different beliefs and all that, and then they kind of reinforce that more when they arrive, and the stormtroopers are the ones that save them from the pirates when all seems like next to lost.
Yeah.
And they kind of portray the stormtroopers as, you know, these are just people. But then at the end, when they escape on the Slave One, what does Miggs do?
He blows it up.
Yeah, he turns around, just blows it up. You can't tell me anybody walked out of that. But and another weird thing in this episode, Nick, tell me what you think about this. Why the heck, after all these years of us seeing the battle-worn Mando armor that Jango and then Boba wore, why now are they restoring it and making it look all polished and pretty?
It's just now occurring to me, maybe they decided to change it and as like a metaphor to showing him in a new light.
Okay, so maybe it's like before it was always so like scummy because his character was supposed to be kind of scummy.
Yeah.
and now that he's like supposed to be this cleaned up like heroic character, they want to make it look all pristine and shiny.
Yes.
I guess I can buy into that. Okay, you win. Yeah. I'll take it.
I feel like in their shoes, that's the way I would do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and then we get that final shot of Mando threatening Moff Gideon via transmission that he's coming for Grogu.
Yeah. I was honestly kind of creeped out by that message.
Mm-hmm. What part of it?
I kind of got like a worrisome feeling that he was going to end up being overbearing, overprotective, maybe developing a little bit too much of an attachment to Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe have some other nefarious goals for him, like his own agenda for Grogu.
Din or Gideon?
I don't know.
Din or Gideon?
Din.
I didn't get that at all.
When he gave that message, I just got a bad vibe from it.
No, he said you have no idea what he means to me, and then he specifically basically said that he's like my child and I'm coming for him.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess it was just how he said it or something in his tone.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just realized my microphone's bouncing all over the place. Hey guys, if you see my microphone bounce from time to time, please excuse it. It's my restless leg shaking. And Nick's probably getting seasick from a few miles away.
I'm probably going to get seasick from swaying back and forth in my chair like a rocking boat.
But yeah, so another thing I thought was cool in this episode, though, was I do really like the character of Miggs Mayfield, especially now. I mean, Mayfeld. I keep saying Mayfield. It's Mayfeld. I do like his character now. He just kind of felt like a throwaway when he was first introduced, but now seeing that he actually does care and showing, you know, once again, I mean, we've seen a stormtrooper kind of reform before as far as Finn. Yeah, so we've seen a stormtrooper reform before in the way of Finn in the newest trilogy. but it was kind of cool seeing it. I mean, Finn was younger, still, I guess, more malleable in his way of thinking, but it was cool to see somebody older and how everything they've done kind of weighs on them. So I thought that's an interesting perspective with Mayfeld, and I think we're gonna get a lot more of Mayfeld. Actually, on second thought, I'm gonna say that for later, but I do think we're gonna get more of Mayfeld, and they do let him go at the end of this. Specifically, Cara Dune lets him go, saying that on record he died on this mission. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that unfolds in some possible new series coming up. But we will get to that later. That's all I got, Nick. What do you think about having an episode without any Grogu or Baby Yoda or the child?
I can't do without him. Like, I need to have some sort of fill of my baby Grogu every week.
Well, I'm sure we'll get him back next week because I believe next week's the finale.
We might see him, but I wouldn't put it past them to extend his time with Gideon. Maybe didn't come close to getting him back.
I think we're going to see the whole band back together. I have a feeling we're going to see Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, maybe a few other familiar faces. So that'll be cool. But hey, guys, we got a lot more videos coming today. The investor call was this week. I'm sorry, Disney investor call was this week, and there was big news that dropped in this thing. Incredibly big news. So we will be getting into that with a series of videos for this week's Incoming Weekly, because the news is much too big to be contained in one video. So like, comment, and subscribe on Facebook and on YouTube. And don't forget to stay nerdy.